In the ever-evolving landscape of professional wrestling, debates about the Mount Rushmore of wrestling have become one of the most popular conversation starters among fans, journalists, and even the performers themselves. The idea is simple. If there were a monument carved in stone to honor the four greatest professional wrestlers of all time, who would deserve to be on it? Names like Ric Flair, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Hulk Hogan, The Undertaker, John Cena, and Shawn Michaels are frequently mentioned. Yet, when it comes to CM Punk, a name that has changed the industry in its own unique way, the man himself has been surprisingly humble. Recently, CM Punk sat down in an interview and revealed why he would never include his own name on the symbolic, wrestling Mount Rushmore. For a man whose career has inspired countless fans and reshaped WWE in more ways than one, this answer shocked some people while earning even more respect from others. Punk's humility in a world of ego. Professional wrestling thrives on larger-than-life characters and personalities. From loud promos to iconic catchphrases, wrestlers often build their legacy on confidence and bravado. Yet CM Punk has always stood apart. Known as the voice of the voiceless, Punk has prided himself on being brutally honest, whether that honesty earns him cheers or boos. When asked if he would include himself on wrestling's Mount Rushmore, Punk responded with clarity. "No, I don't think I belong there. There are people who paved the way before me, and there are people who transformed the business in ways I never could." This statement reinforces the humility and realism Punk has displayed throughout his career. While he acknowledges his contributions, he refuses to place himself above the legends who built wrestling's global reputation. CM Punk's career in perspective. Before diving deeper into why Punk doesn't see himself on wrestling's Mount Rushmore, it's important to understand his journey. Independent scene dominance. Punk rose to prominence through Ring of Honor, ROH, where he delivered classic matches and passionate promos that made him a cult favorite. His rivalries with Samoa Joe, Raven, and Chris Hero cemented him as one of the greatest independent wrestlers of the 2000s. WWE breakthrough. Punk signed with WWE in 2005, joining the relaunched ECW brand. Fans were immediately drawn to his straight-edge lifestyle, which he proudly presented as part of his character. World Championship runs. By 2008, Punk was already a World Heavyweight Champion, and his multiple Money in the Bank victories showcased WWE's belief in his ability to be a top star. The Pipe Bomb 2011, perhaps his most famous moment, came in June 2011, when Punk sat cross-legged on the stage and delivered a promo that blurred the line between reality and storyline. The Pipe Bomb not only reignited fan interest but also influenced WWE's creative direction for years to come. The long reign. Punk's 434-day WWE Championship reign became one of the longest of the modern era, proving that he was not just an underground hero but a legitimate main eventer. Return to wrestling. After leaving WWE in 2014, Punk shocked the world when he returned to professional wrestling in AEW in 2021, reigniting his connection with fans and proving his star power still shone brightly. His eventual WWE comeback further solidified his status as one of the most polarizing yet influential figures in modern wrestling. Given all of this, many fans would argue Punk does deserve a spot on wrestling's Mount Rushmore. Yet he remains unconvinced. Why Punk refuses to put himself on Mount Rushmore? Punk offered multiple reasons why he avoids placing himself in the all-time great category. 1. Respect for legends. Before him, Punk has often cited Ric Flair, Bret Hart, Dusty Rhodes, and Stone Cold Steve Austin as wrestlers who fundamentally shaped the business. To him, without these figures, there would be no foundation for stars like himself to thrive. 2. His own view of success. For Punk, greatness is not measured in merchandise sales, TV ratings, or even championship reigns. Instead, he values the impact wrestlers had on the business as a whole. While Punk acknowledges his influence, he doesn't feel it reaches the monumental scale of Hogan's mainstream explosion or Austin's Attitude-era dominance. 3. Staying true to his character. CM Punk has always presented himself as an anti-establishment figure. Claiming a spot on Mount Rushmore would contradict his personal philosophy. He'd rather remain the outsider challenging the system than be immortalized as part of it. 4. Leaving the debate to fans. Punk has stated multiple times that wrestling is ultimately about the fans. If you want to put me there, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. I know what I've done and what I haven't done. Who Punk would put on wrestling's Mount Rushmore. While Punk declined to include himself, he did share names he believes deserve recognition. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Punk has credited Austin as the game changer who made wrestling mainstream again in the 1990s. Without Austin, WWE may not have survived the Monday Night Wars. Bret, the Hitman, Hart, a personal hero to Punk, Hart's technical brilliance in storytelling continued to inspire Punk's style. Punk has often mentioned that Bret treated him with kindness early in his career. The Undertaker. For decades, The Undertaker was the backbone of WWE. Punk's 2013 WrestleMania match with him remains one of the highlights of his career. Eddie Guerrero. Punk has never hidden his admiration for Guerrero, calling him one of the most versatile performers ever. This lineup reflects Punk's values: hard work, innovation, and respect for the craft. Fan reactions. Fans worldwide had mixed feelings about Punk's statement. Some praised his humility, saying it shows the difference between Punk and other self-centered stars. Others argued he was being too modest, pointing out his influence on the modern era of wrestling, particularly with stars like Seth Rollins, Jon Moxley, and others who cite Punk as an inspiration. Debates continue online with fans creating their own Mount Rushmore lists. Interestingly, Punk often appears in many of those lists, despite his own objections. CM Punk's legacy regardless of Mount Rushmore. Whether or not Punk belongs on wrestling's symbolic mountain, there's no denying his lasting legacy. His contributions changed the direction of WWE's storytelling, inspired a generation of wrestlers to speak up for themselves, and proved that independent wrestlers could become global superstars. Even if Punk never carves his name in stone, his fingerprints will always remain on the industry. He showed that being unapologetically authentic could resonate more than playing by the rules.